It's not the first time they've tried this. Seems like once a decade or so a new executive comes along and decides the solution to all Mazda's problems is to go premium. Although this strategy has given us some great cars along the way, it's never had staying power. This time, though, feels different. As different as the quality of materials in the new 2018 Mazda 6. The Mazda 6 is a perennial favorite around this office. We almost take for granted at this point that Mazdas will be more fun to drive than any of their direct competition, though that competition is closing the gap in places. And the 6th generation flagship sedan has always been a looker. Sure, it never had as many bells or whistles as the other guys, but as enthusiasts, we appreciated Mazda's relentless focus on handling and involvement over gizmos. Thankfully, we don't have to make that excuse anymore. For 2018, the automaker has given the Mazda 6 such a thorough refresh that it nearly qualifies as a new model. From the outside, the uninitiated will need a sharp eye to pick out all the little changes that make a handsome sedan handsomer. The new grille and wing motif will jump out, but you won't realize Mazda has integrated the fog lights into the headlights and ditched the lower body black trim unless someone points it out. The new taillights and tailpipe will be even harder to spot at a glance, but put it all together with a fresh set of optional 19-inch wheels, and you have a subtle metamorphosis from butterfly into prettier butterfly. Inside, though, you won't need a spotter's guide. The interior is significantly updated, save for a few discrete buttons, the infotainment controller, and a steering wheel and standard instrument cluster borrowed from the CX-9. The design is sleek, modern, and sophisticated, with an emphasis on placing soft-touch materials where you actually feel them. Even the base models get leather on the steering wheel and shifter to go with an optional two-tone color scheme. Dual-zone automatic climate control is standard, as is the 8.0-inch infotainment screen. Even better, Mazda doesn't shortchange the rear seat passengers like some automakers. Looking at you, Volkswagen. All the trim, soft materials, and accent stitching make it to the rear doors and seats, too. All for less than $23,000 with a manual transmission, bonus, or under $24,000 with an automatic. What you don't get, on any model, a CD player. Get with the times. Naturally, it only gets better the more money you spend. By the time you max it out with the new signature top-shelf trim, which starts at all of $35,640, you've got yourself a luxury car for Camry money. Even better, the only way to make a signature more expensive is to add a fancy paint color and accessories such as cargo nets and whatnot. Included from lower trims are things such as heated and ventilated power seats, navigation, a head-up display, auto-dimming mirrors, a heated steering wheel, rear seat USB ports and AC vents, heated rear seats, an 11-speaker Bose sound system, 19-inch wheels, auto high beams and wipers, adaptive cruise control with stop-and-go traffic capability, collision warning, lane keeping, a rear view camera, and blind spot monitoring. On top of all that, you get premium leather, suede trim, sandwood trim from a Japanese guitar maker, a black headliner, a special grille, a 7.0-inch configurable LCD instrument cluster display, a 360-degree camera system, and of course the turbo engine. Is it any good? Absolutely. The leather is buttery soft and seems to be everywhere, the rich-looking suede trim is widely applied and a refreshing surprise, and it's all set off by real metal trim and fine accent stitching. Mazda has added a ton of sound-deadening material, and it's paid off. Although it's not quite class-leading in that regard, the cabin is much quieter. The Senwood, as neat as its backstory is, has a finish that provides an unfortunate plasticky sheen and undersells its provenance. Another nitpick, the graphics on the big new infotainment display show their age and don't look as hip or modern as the rest of the interior. The shockingly blurry low-res camera system is a solid miss. A particular high point, the new front seats, which feature some kind of space-age foam and a design intended to orient your pelvis and spine as if you were standing. Mazda says this is not only more comfortable but also helps you balance yourself in the seat better, reducing the need for big side bolsters to hold you up in turns. I was pretty skeptical, but damn if the seats don't work as advertised. I was equally doubtful of Mazda's explanation of its all-new seat coolers, which suck hot air off your body rather than blow cold air out. Those suckers work, and the more uncomfortably hot your back and butt are, the faster they work. Thanks for watching.